Mr. President, I rise this evening to pay tribute to a longtime member of my staff. Will Reuter has served Kansans for 11 years and counting, including my last 2 as legislative director in our office here in Washington, D.C. It is always difficult to say goodbye to our staff, but for many reasons it will be uniquely difficult to replace Will. Will grew up in a small western Kansas town called Plainville. If that sounds familiar to any of the folks back home, it's because Plainville is my hometown as well. 11 years ago, I weighed 2 strong applicants for an internship opening in my office. The first candidate, as I recall, had attended an East Coast private school and was recommended by multiple individuals. The second was a young man from Plainville whose parents ran a gas station and who was immediately approachable, down to earth, and eager to serve Kansans. Perhaps it goes without saying that in choosing Will 11 years ago, I made a right decision. Will's Plainville roots and the values instilled by his family, hometown neighbors, and friends kept him grounded during his service in our nation's capital. My ability to work on behalf of Kansans is greatly enhanced when dedicated individuals who care about our home state are there by my side. I've often told my staff I'm an enabler. I enable them to do more for our state. I can think of no staffer who better epitomizes and articulates the reason I'm here today as a United States Senator, working to preserve the rural way of life and the American dream for the next generation than Will Reuter. Just last week, this resonated with me in a powerful way. A short bus ride north from Hays is Plainville. My staff and I were in Hays on our staff retreat, and we made a surprise pit stop at Reuter Oil Company to visit Will's parents, John and Carla. It was a special moment for our staff to pay tribute to the Reuter family and to Will, the oldest of 6 Reuter children. As a light rain fell, Will shared what it meant to come full circle back to his roots and why the work that we do in the nation's capital is so important to ensuring that rural America remains alive and well, particularly at a time when the American dream is seemingly becoming harder and harder to achieve. As a policy advisor and legislative director, Will has accomplished a great deal on behalf of Kansans. A few weeks after I was sworn in as a senator, it was Will who drafted the resolution honoring Kansas's 150th birthday. In response to a devastating gas explosion in Hutchinson, Kansas, that took the lives of 2 Kansans and destroyed half a block of downtown businesses, Will spent years working to pass legislation to allow Kansans to restore safety inspections of underground gas storage facilities. He was intimately involved in numerous banking, energy, and water infrastructure victories in Kansas, and almost always on a bipartisan basis. I always say that if I had to lose good staffers, I hope it's because they're returning to Kansas. For Will, perhaps that was inevitable, but for the past several months, Will has had the unfortunate existence of working state away from his wife and kids who made the preemptive move to Overland Park, Kansas, when his wife Liz received an exciting job opportunity. I'm happy for Will. I know he is ecstatic to have a chance to move home, spend time with Liz, and watch his 2 children, Miriam and Leo, grow up. Today I want to thank Will Reuter of Plainville, Kansas. Thank you, Will, for spending 11 years of your life in the nation's capital trying to make things better, and for the way you've always conducted yourself on my behalf and on behalf of Kansans back home. Whether you believe it or not, you have left a significant mark on this place, on our office, and on me, and your presence will be sorely missed.